What's up? It's Sofia Gutierrez with Arena Football One, and today I'm joined by Southwest Kansas Storm player Keon Clary. Keon, how you doing? What's up?
I'm doing good, Sophia. How you doing? Happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you here. I know you have a big weekend coming up.
Yeah, yeah, big time game, big time things going on in the AF1. I think it's gonna be a good matchup. Very familiar faces. Be the third time, so want to take all here. I see.
Yeah. Now, how do you go into a weekend like that? Do you prep that week going into it, whether it's getting some rituals done, massages, workouts? What is that week leading up to a big game like for you?
For me personally, I more so like to stay healthy, stay in shape. I'm a real big gym guy. I like to stay in there and not necessarily just do a whole lot of heavy lifting. I like to like kind of maintain. I'm more of a maintain guy and just strengthen and legs. I mean, you can get in there and do arms to the cows come home. Legs, I think, is a big thing for me. It just continuing just the position I play, just working on legs, and I think that kind of gets me through the week and keeps me healthy. I haven't really had too many nicks, which is grace to God on that one. So I'm ready to go and film study. I'm a big film study guy. I like to more so kind of dissect the brain of the quarterback or the receiver or whatever kind of way before the game. So just film study and just maintaining strength throughout the week is two big things for me.
Nice. Now, you mentioned watching film. On the field, do you like to do any trash talking or are you more of a quiet, silent killer?
Yeah, a little bit here and there. I try to keep it in for a little bit, but there's always that adrenaline get the flow and you make a big play and you want to let everybody know about it. But not too. I wouldn't say too much trash talking, just more so just adrenaline going. But yeah, I'm definitely a talker for sure.
Okay. Because once I got to interview Max Crosby, and he has this huge Muhammad Ali tattoo, and I asked
Wow.
him how he does his trash talking because Muhammad Ali was big on that, and he's like, "Oh, I study them like family, friends. I go in there." So
No,
yeah.
I don't get that deep. Not that deep.
Okay, well, you mentioned staying active. Talk to me about where your love for football started. I know it wasn't the only sport you played growing up, right?
I think my love for football started at a young age. It was pretty much the first sport I played that my grandparents kind of just tossed me into, and I was the youngest kid out there, third grade through fifth grade. Birthday was in the summer, had just barely made the deadline. So I think right there I kind of fell in love with football when I was a kid. Just the thrill of it, just kind of being my first sport I ever played, first competitive thing, just to get out there and kind of be free. And I played other sports after that, but football definitely was the one. One I was probably the best at. I wasn't really too good at basketball or track or anything like that, but I was pretty good at football. And then two, it was always the first sport I played, and it's just nothing like for them Friday night lights cut on or Saturday night lights, or it's just nothing like it that can compare to that.
Now, do you think because you were one of the youngest on your team that pushed you to be a better player because you're playing with older guys, or like
Yeah,
because they're kind of on the cusp of going to the next not league, but next age group.
yeah, I definitely I think lit some competitiveness into me because I was always kind of a little bit smaller. I didn't really stretch out till later on in high school. I was always kind of a little bit shorter, stockier guy, so definitely had that chip on the shoulder since I was a young kid.
Yeah, and you mentioned track and field and basketball in high school. Was there anyone who kind of told you to try track and field?
Yeah, Coach Bryant, my the defensive back coach when I was at White High School, he kind of he didn't really give me a choice on it. He kind of was like, if you want to go to college play football, you need to get faster. So your senior year, no ifs ands or buts, you're out here. So definitely Coach Bryant, he pushed me to do that, and I'm glad that he did.
Yeah, it definitely helps translate that speed onto the field. So can't blame him for that. Now, after high school, was it Hutchinson Community College?
Yes, ma'am. Right to
How,
Hutchins Community College. I'm talking about directly. As soon as I walked the stage, maybe the week, next week, I was there, and still 17 years old. And I remember like it was yesterday. I just remember still being the youngest kid in the room and just feeling like I had something to prove. You know, just getting to Hutchinson, and Hutchinson was actually the only offer I had coming out of high school. Wasn't a big star guy or anything like that. So in the day, I was grateful to be there, and I was grateful for the opportunity. And yeah.
what was the biggest difference going from playing in high school to playing in college?
Everybody was the man. Where they were at, you kind of get in a room full of guys. You come from out of high school, and I went to not really a smaller high school in when you look at the grand scheme of things, but a bigger high school in the state of South Carolina. But
Mhm.
you definitely get there and you see a lot of guys. They were all state or they were all conference or they were all district, and you definitely see what's the word I'm looking for? Variety. You think you're a big fish in a pond until you show up into college, and everybody was a big fish. So I think that was the biggest wake up call for me.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that happens across all sports. I used to train kids boxing, and one of the dads was a film director, and he
Really?
was telling me that he was out in Florida interviewing baseball players who decided not to go to college and just, bet on themselves. And sometimes it's like, wait, we're all the big fish, like you say. In high school, you could be the best, but now at that next level, there's a bunch of those. So I know it could be a little tough, but um, after Hutchinson's, you went to, is it Texas A&M Kingsville?
Yes, ma'am. Texas A&M Kingsville to Javelinas.
Okay, how was that?
Definitely. I think that's where I kind of grew up a little bit. I think Hutchinson for me, I was still 17, 18, like still kind of in my high school ways. I think Javelina, where at Texas A&M Kingsville, I think is where I grew up a little bit. I think just getting under Coach Moten's wing and him kind of just molding me on and off the field, and just being so far away from home, like from I forget how far it is, maybe 24 hours, 23 hours away from South Carolina, where I grew up. I think just having Coach Moten there and Coach Linas too, the head coach there, who is now the athletic director. Congratulations to him. But Coach Salinas and Coach Moten were the two biggest things for me, and they kind of kept me on my wing, kept me under their wing, kept me steered the right direction, and ultimately, should I've made it this far, so I must be doing something right, and I'm grateful to them
Yeah,
for
talk to me a little bit more about your connection with Coach Moten because, like you said, being far away from home,
yeah,
um, took you under your wing, and you had told me that he helped you with things on the field and off the field. Can you
yeah,
elaborate more on that?
yeah. Coach Moten was like I was saying earlier, he's kind of like a second father to me. Like just getting being so far away from home and just being so young and not really having a good understanding of the world and how things kind of worked. He was that guy for me. If I needed to just some advice, even to this day, I'll shoot him a text like, "Hey, Coach Mo, what do you think about this?" And I trust him with my life. Like Coach Moten has always been there for me, and yeah, Coach Moten is definitely my guy. If anybody knows anything about me, Coach Moten is my guy, 100%.
Yeah, and going or having gone through everything that you've been through, going to college at the young age of 17, have you ever reached out to kids who are going to college or making that transition and kind of help them out? Because I think everyone needs a mentor or someone who can kind of keep them in check or guide them into the right path.
Yeah, definitely. I always try to anytime either with whether it's with the storm or when I was with the Javelinas, I always try to like get out there in the community and volunteer and try to talk to younger kids, even if they're not even at the level of getting to high school or college, even if they're 7, 8 years old. I always try to get out there and just preach that message that, like don't turn your light switch off, don't give up. Just always keep that fire inside of you going. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're not good enough, that you can't make it because I come from a small town. I feel like I'm living proof of that you can make it if you just continue to just keep your head down and drive. So yeah, I definitely love to talk to the kids. I definitely love to try to just preach that message of just never giving up, never give up, never give up, never give up.
It's funny you mentioned the never shut your light because I had watched an interview with you and Coach Pugh talking about that. And it's so true. It's like whenever I doubt myself too or have second thoughts, it's like you have to think of yourself like that Energizer bunny. Just keep going. Because if you
Yeah,
keep going, you're never going to stop. And who knows where you can make it.
yeah, most definitely. Definitely keep that energy going. That's a great reference right there. Energizer Bunny. Yes, I love that.
Sometimes you got to change the batteries, but just keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Like you said, bet on yourself because if everybody can believe in you, but if you don't believe in yourself, what good does it do for you?
Yeah, you gotta have that self belief.
Yeah. Now, talk to me about your time with the Storm. You were with them last year. Um, for a little bit, we're with the Outlaws, but eventually
Yeah.
went back to the Storm. How happy were you? Or talk to me about the excitement of being back in Dodge.
Oh, I was livid. I don't even know the word to describe it. just, just for them to even give me the opportunity to come back, I was excited, because me and Coach Thomas and Coach Shaq, when we parted ways, we didn't part ways on any type of hard terms or nothing. It was kind of a decision that like I kind of wanted to bet on myself, and they understood it. And when God presented the opportunity for me to kind of come back and us kind of unite, they were all for it. I was all for it, so I was just ready to get here and get to work, and we kind of kicked it off quick, and we're in the playoffs now, so we're ready.
Yeah. Now, are you always in Dodge or is it only during the season?
Yes, ma'am. Just during the season. Right now, I live in Texas.
Okay, okay. Because I got to talk to Coach Thomas, and he's big on Mexican food. Being Mexican, I'm big on Mexican food. So last time I was out there, I was like, "All right, you have to give me the names of all the good spots out there." And he gave me a couple, but I ended up just going to the same place over and over because it was so good. Have you found any spots that you like out in Dodge?
I got this one food truck that's like maybe a mile and a half up the road from where we stay at. I don't know why I can't think of the name, but great food, great burritos, great everything. I definitely where I live right now in Kingsville, Texas, is mainly an Hispanic population, and all the Mexican food you can eat. I love it.
Yeah, I may be biased, but it's my favorite food.
Oh, me too, for sure. Definitely me too. I love. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some soul food, but I don't know if there's anything out there like Mexican food. Like it just hits different. It sits different. It's always warm. Yeah.
I actually went to, I think it was called Tacos Jalisco or Taqueria Jalisco, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
pickled veggies where you can get like the limes and your salsas, and they were so good. I went back the day I was coming back to LA, and I just filled a bag up. And when I got home, I was like, "Mom, you have to try this." She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "It is so good."
Yeah.
Okay, now going back to your dynamic with the guys, talk to me about the guys on the team. You mentioned playing basketball, so I want to know who on your team you would pick on a 5 versus 5.
All five. Oh, so me, I'm on the team, or is it
Yep,
just five guys and I'm coaching?
yep.
I'm on the team.
Unless you want to be the coach.
We got some guys on this team that think they can play some basketball. So all right, I'll coach and I'll pick five guys.
Okay,
One, I'm
you got
gonna go with my guy Jairus.
okay.
If anybody knows Jairus, Jairus is always getting up shots. So if the much times he spends in that gym getting up those shots, I hope he's good at basketball. I'm gonna go with Mike Lawson. Mike
Uh-huh.
Lawson, we have this debate all the time. Mike doesn't think anybody can beat him at basketball, so I'm gonna trust him on that. Um, I'm gonna go with Shiloh. Shiloh's
Okay.
tall, 6'5", 6'6" guy. He's up there, so we definitely need the height. I'm gonna go with Shiloh. I would put
Mhm.
Shiloh on the court. Give me Charles. Give me Charles. I need that energy. I feel like Charles will
Yeah,
play some good sit down defense. Give me Charles. Who else? We need another height guy. Give me Sama, baby. Give me Sama. We need some size out there. I would take Sama, put him in the post, and that'll be my starting lineup right there. Sama, Charles, Mike Lawson, Jairus, and who else did I say?
Shiloh.
Shiloh. Yep, Shiloh. Yeah, that'll
Okay.
be my starting five right there.
So you got some guys on the team who think they can play basketball, but you also have some guys on the team who say they can box. And
Yeah.
about 3 weeks ago, actually did a little challenge. So that video is going to be going up soon because I heard the guys got hands. So I was like, all right, let me take it.
Well, that's news to me. I didn't know we had some boxers on the team. Well, I'm excited to see that video. See, that
Yeah.
should be interesting right there.
Yeah. Well, I know you got a big weekend ahead of you, and I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me. And
Oh, no
it
problem.
was nice following you guys this whole season. So best of luck.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Sophia.
Oh, wait. D. Washington says terrible 5.
Ah, he probably figures like I just don't know if D Wash is gonna give me what I need. I don't know.
He
Like
has
D
that
Wash,
energy
if
though.
if if D Wash has the ball and he's the star, he'll give you 50 probably. I don't know though. I don't know.
Great player and an entertainer. The fans love him. He brings
Yes,
it all.
definitely an entertainer. Yes, ma'am. D
All right.
Wash.
Well, best of luck this weekend, and I will talk to you very soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank y'all.